I met Mary Jane down the lane. They told me it was out of the ocean, and it was figuring out of the ocean, and if it's weed, it's got to be like seaweed. What else comes out of the ocean? Then I thought maybe it can be spinach, or the spin age, or the pin age. PIN, social insurance pin number and code. Protect. So it was Popeye and spinach. Popeye was smoking weed, telling me he's in the land of 420. 4 times 20 is 80, and in French they say 80. Cat is a cat, it means 4. 20 is 20, it says 4 times 20. The same number that is equal to weed, and the same number when you hit it doubles inside darts. How do I score? Total dart numbers added up altogether is 210. But if you double that, because there is a double clause in darts, 210 would be 420, then 630, then 840. 840, 480, split them apart, you have 360 degrees is the difference between 480 and 840. 48 Super Bowl 6 by 8. The 7th gate is the only one in between. Does the number not talk for itself? Of course. I'm just giving... Hey, look, number 6 showed up. Let him in. But if he shows up with number 5, that'd be the best. Anyone that shows up with 5, you get a free pass. It's like in bingo. Free pass. Then we'd have olive. We all live with spinach. Popeye. Something that's going inside of us, in our brain. Is the heart really a heart to pump? Or is it something to do with the oil well? How is the oil? Is he well? How is olive oil? Is she well? Oh, we all live to die. I just got home. But the minute I bump into Mary Jane and she gets hot on me, I just do what she wants to do. She's just breathe. Woo! Mary Jane, don't lift that. No, Mary Jane, I don't want to see. So I close my eyes and I begin to see more. She says, you don't have to see, Popeye. Just imagine how big your muscles can get. She was bony, eh? What am I going to talk about first? How the cat sank. In French, it's 45. But there's so many things. I'm not sure where to go. Let's go to number 88, keys on the piano. They bring it up in Fred Flintstone. It's 36 and 52. 36 is part of the creation. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 is the 9 birth of the 18666 because it's in 3 worlds. Dot, dot, dot. 3 different worlds, dot, dot, dot. The core of that world is 4. The separation of where the dots are. Dot, dot, dot. Now I ask you, if A was the first letter in the alphabet, what is A's reality? Gets a pair of legs, looking like a bridge. Is this the top part of the bridge, or is just DC, just the A letter? Well, let's bring back the reality inside of this. I'll show you. I'll show you. Where am I? Where am I? Can't even find... There I am. Oh my God. I can't even figure out how to get the camera here. Down is up. There you go. Down is up. And out is in. There you go. Oh my God. Can I do that? No. Out is in. Down. No. There I am. Hey. Okay, we're going to get down on the paper. Am I wasting your time? I got a chance. I got a 50-50 chance. Either I'm gonna get you thinking about the entertainment, hooey and pooey. Okay, don't send me Louie, because you know Louie's got that saw. He's gonna cut that entertainment in half. So let's go back onto the paper and draw. Okay, where do you want to go? In which house? Okay, this is what we're gonna draw. We're gonna take an outline. Okay, we're gonna take an outline. Okay, we're just gonna have a little outline. Just a little bit of Jacob's ladder to understand, just a little bit of Jacob's ladder, okay? And we did that, and we went here, and there we go. Now we're going to do the outline. Okay, I'm supposed to be one more division apart. I'm actually supposed to be connecting like this. I have no choice. I must be getting an end, okay? And at the same time, I have to get to the end, right? So we get to the end, and I usually don't have to go down to the bottom, but I'm going to show you like this. So once you do that, right, there you go. And you do this, and you end it over here, okay? And now you got your T, okay? And one horse over here, and one horse on the line over here. Which way do you want to look at it? Just like, or you want to just all mark it all in like that? Okay, see our T's, and I went up 2. I shouldn't have gone down to the bottom. I forgot to go all the way out and just do the same thing for this one. Okay, I come up over here, I go straight down because there's nothing in the corner. There's nothing in the corner. So this would be your I. Okay, the reality is your I is right here. So inside this letter over here, you have the D. If you want to look at it that way. And at the same time, you have the C. If you want to look at it that way, you could. Okay. But in the reality, okay, you have the I. And at the same time, this is your H. It's your I and it's your H. Okay, in between them, it's D and C. But if you turn them around, okay, you have C up and you have D down. Now, what are we talking about? How do you want to do this? How can we connect? Which way are we going to connect? Do we not connect this because this connects off the ends, but this is a D that has no connections? You're wrong. You follow this line here, you follow that line there. Okay, if you ever take a look in the cards, this is the cap that the jacks and kings wear. So you continue your lines, and you continue your lines off of each one, and this is the image you get. Give me any triangle, give me any shape, give me any shape. You want the, this? Okay. What do we do with it? Just follow the ends of the lines. 1, 2, 3 is the end of the line. There's the end of the line. Here's 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 the end of the line. You see the way the A come out? Okay, it just came out like that. Here's the end of the line over here. Here's the end of the line over here. Here's the end of the line over here. So what do we actually see? We actually see and that's the end of the line. That's what you see. Now we start to go on the rest of this. And now we start to play, okay, this becomes your number sign. This is the pound key. Inside the pound key is the 7th gate. So now you know that we get A, I, D, H, 1, 5, 4, 8. In this word over here, huître, number 8, it is spelled 8, H, 21, okay, which is U. But the totality, okay, is 8, 54, and 5. Do you understand this? 1 or 5, it does not matter because the 1, the A, is a part of C and D, which then will create your I. But in reality, is there an H? The point over here does not show an H in this. It just shows the I. Okay, but everybody has to have its own square. So if you have the I in its square, it automatically gets this area. If it did not get the area, it would then be cut like this and then like this. What would we call this? Is that where the D comes in? And the I for your ID together is 9, 4. Mars and Pluto. Mars and Pluto, upside down, it says Earth. Mars and Pluto, and at the same time, this is Saturn and Earth. Mars, Saturn, Earth. So we're following this and eta, okay? Huître, 8, 54, and 5. 54, 62, 8. Okay, huître equals 66. You can call that the books of Abraham or Moses, right? All these things, how do you say 8 in French? Huître. Vitra. Okay, Vitra. The H is silent, and this says yes. This says creation of I, and this says we are. We are three. We are three. We are three. The rays of the sun, Lara, the angel resident, the three of us. The three angels. This is what do you think I made up? No. This is Tra. Everybody knows Tra is a triangle. Okay? It's also part angel. It's angel resident for the R. It's the rat. It's the communication of we, or the discommunication and the interference. 4, okay, is quatre, is cat in French. Quatre. Instead of this number 24, in French it sounds like this. We'd spell it like this. Instead of getting its value here, it's getting its value here. How do we mark this? I think it's spelt this one. Altogether, TRE is a combination of 20, 38. It is a combination of 43, and it stands for A, the AC/DC energy for, okay? Q and U equals to 38. That's like chow. CH is 3 and 8, and OW is 38. Chow women. Okay, so you have to understand chow women. How am I going to put this in? Don't forget, I'm doing this live in my head. I don't make any of these things up. The only thing I make up is as I go, the reality of the truth of my vision. 38, 39, plus 1, 39. Over here, you have 18 and 21, counting for R and U, or Nibiru, or the 7th inning stretch, or there's 18 and 21 outs. 8 and 1 is 9, 2 and 1 is 3, 3 and 9 is the meridian of the clock. Okay? Or let's call it the oceans if you want. At the same time, we now go 39 and 42 equals to 82, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 80, 81, 82, 28 and 82. Okay, this is 28 days of the moon. 7 times 4 equals 28, which is the gateway. I just mentioned it's the gateway over here. The 7th inning stretch, it's the gateway. Time heaven, 28 days to the moon. Between 28 to 82 equals to 54. 54, 64, 74, and 8. 82. So the sun, right away it stands for 8. One more time. We all know that when G comes to A, that is 8. In piano, it starts A to G, which equals to 28 exactly, days of the moon. And then this one over here, okay, 8 equals to 36, creation of man. By the time you get back to AH, and the first part of piano is the 8th key, you've had creation of man, you brought the 7th gate over here. A to G, A and H. Ah, now I get you. H is I, heaven is I am the universe, because without me, I'm nothing. I don't count, I can't think, I can't see, I can't move. I'm not anything but something that somebody else is, but I'm not, because there is no me. AH, H is I. Without I, H doesn't exist. Excuse me, without H, I don't exist. I don't exist, but H will live on forever. Okay, the exclamation point of who I is. Now we take this over here, 88 parts of the piano, right? We're 88. 54 between here, but in between 28, okay, and 82, there are 53 area positions. Positions, 29 to 81 equals 53 numbers. But the total amount of numbers, okay, used between 28 and 82 is 54 plus 1 is 55. But if you need a separation between each number, leaving 29 and 81 out, and this happens to be birth and Venus, okay, why? Angel resident, AH equals R, 1 letter, 8 letter, 1 letter, 8 letter. Now it equals to the R is the 18th letter combination. 54, 53, so now we have 54 numbers to hit, 53 numbers in between. Take away 2, we now have 51. Now we have the division of Mars, which is A and E. A and E, or the 15th letter, is the circle, is 1.5 of this world here. See this over here, this I letter? Because this puts a belt on it. Okay? That's where the fleur-de-lis comes in. And it's got a belt on 2 sides, C and C, or C and C, and it's locked in. when this all actually creates the X and the I and the H, okay? So are we following what we can do just along? We started with A, that's all we can do. We ended up with the difference of understanding of what 8 is. So when you have 8, 8, okay, inside the piano, 8 and 8, it's telling you 54 and 54. 108, 52 cards in the deck and 2 jokers. 108, something to do with the sun, something to do with 2 suns. There's a joker sun out there. Do you understand? There's a red and there's a black joker at the end. Okay? And then there's the playing cards because you get 50 for the rules. Everybody goes 50-50. Everybody gets to see the rules, right? Got to follow the rules. Not hard to follow the rules. You make a mistake by breaking a rule. It doesn't mean like what kind of mistake can you absolutely make in this world that's really that bad? You drop something, you cut a piece of metal too short, you cut your hair too much, you brushed your teeth too hard, you didn't make a good meal, you burnt it. So have I found anything illegal in all these things? How hard is it to actually really blunder and cause faculties to the world? I don't think it's hard at all. Unless you're flipped out. You see, our desires in life should always be high. Well, they don't want us to get too high. But then again, let me rock and roll and move on. Because the rolling is the stone. The Stone Age. Hey, Stony buddy, yeah, Fred. Okay. Popeye, eh? We're going to go on with that. And we were talking about 54-54 where there's 2 suns, 108 plus the playing card makes it 55-55. 110. Now, to something to talk about 5, it's communication. Why? Because 5 in reality is 0, 5. It's in the middle. It partakes in 2 houses. Okay? 0, 5. Partakes in 2 houses. Now, in one of the houses, it's only diamonds or triangles. Why? Because when I put this over this, okay, I put a square over a circle. I put a square over a circle and, well, that's a square, isn't it? From here to here, from here to here, and here to here. Well, how do you want me to make any other square? If this circle is going around this way, I just flip these on the inside and I put it this way. Here's 1 part of your circle. Here's 2 parts of your circle. Here's 3 parts of your circle. Here's 4 parts of your circle. It's got to be fair. I took your sticks and I turned them the other way. What was in is out. And everything gets divided. Right? Picture frame, whichever way you would like in which to look at it. So now we have to come back. So when I talk about the cat sang, it's actually 4 and 5. And 4 and 5, right, equal to 4 and 5 the sun, which is an IT world, PCU. I don't know what it is. I have to be explained because if I flip this one upside down, it could be used as a U, but it can be used as a what's it called? Let's change the subject. Had a dream last night. Before I went to bed, before I fell asleep, I kept seeing this. And then I said to myself, this is the same as this. All I got to do is put this. This is a value of 8. This is a value of 14. The difference is 6F. And it's 6F or 0F. 0F would be 156. Again, we're back to 6 where communication comes in with 5. 4, communication, and then lock. Because there's 2 marks here on the 6 dice. So you lock in communication. You lock in 4. 3 dice have these 4 corners. Okay, 4, 5, and 6. 1 and 2 do not. Okay, so we went through this. We mentioned number 8, and I'm just showing you the importance of 8 and the importance of I, because when we come back to this one, here's your H. From here to here is your H. Here is your I. Here is your C. Here is your D. H, I, 17, 3, and D. C, D. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. 19, 19. Inside the A is an S and S. Automatically S and S is 5 and 5. There you go. So inside A is S and S. Is that the way it should have been? Are we supposed to have any A at all? That's my question in here. Now we go C and D is 3 and 4 is 7, 8, 9. 7, 3 and 4 is 3, 4 equals 7. 7 plus 8 equals 15 plus 9 equals 24. 7, 3, 4 is C, D, 7 is G. 3, 4, 7 plus 8 is 15 is O. 15 plus 9 is 24 is G. I got GOX at the end. I also have COX and DOX. I don't know what that means, but this says I have life. This equals to 39. So does R and U, which is the street of Nibiru, Jerusalem. The streets I rode. The streets I rode, the roads I traveled. Jerusalem, Nibiru. Ru is a street. It's also a kangaroo, which got those G legs because they hippity hop. They got the springs inside of them. Spring ahead time, right? You think they're joking about spring ahead time? Do you think they're actually joking about spring ahead time? You think the ice melts for which reason? Which reality do we live? Maybe there was never winter here at all. Or was there winter here? It was a winter wonderland. They created what they did, so in the world that we live, we can enjoy it for everything that we have learned, we have shared, because maybe one day you might be making your own animal too. So we're back to 88 again. We're back to number 8. We were talking about 4 and 5. And what's really funny is it's the 4 and the 5. The cat that sank, the cat, the red eye, Nibiru, the red planet, the red zone. They start the red zone at the 20 for the 5. Lovejoy. You know Lovejoy? L-O-V-E. Love equals 54. And joy, J is 10. O is 15. Y is 25. 10 and 15 equals 25. 5, 10, 15, 25. Only the 5 needs to get a 0 in front of it. 15's got a 1 in front of it. 1 equals actually to 5 anyways. 1 is in the other world. 1 connects to both sides. 8 equals 49. This one equal to 62. The difference is 13. It's the AC energy. The D is the cap on the C creating the A. The D caps the C. So when you go to the 4th number and you get D, DEF, the Federation. 5 equals 42. 4 equals 60. Equals 102. That, my friend, is right there on the wall. 102. JB. Johnny Black. Blackjack. Valentine's Day. Okay? At the same time, it says job. J-O-B. Or it says J-O-D-D-I-B-H. Don't you see the J is not a J? Don't count that loop. It's number 11. It's 113. 113. 11 more than 102, which is blackjack. It also stands for Valentine's Day, which is coming up. And it's the birthday for Sandy, my cat. So 4 and 5 and 8. 8 is number 49 equals to 4. 5 is number 42 equals to 6. And 4 equals to 60. Okay, 60 plus 6 is 66. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. It will now equal to 364. What is the reality here? This one says 1 birthright for Zion, Israel, whatever that means to you. This is 1 birthright of the DC energy, whatever that means to you. This says 4 and 4. 2 4s are in here. 1 5 is in here, but 2 3s are in here also, right? No. Where do you see a 5? This is a 3. There is no 5. There is no 1, 2, and 2. This is a 2 and 2. This is a 2, 2. This is a 4 and 2. Okay, this is a 2 and 2. This is a 4 and 2. This is a 2 and a 1. That's how you go to make the dice cubes. That's what they are. I can't go away from the reality that they have. That's why the reason that the only time everything starts to count is after you pass 3. Only in 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is the reverse of everything. 7 is the reverse of 4. 4 and 3 is 7. What else did we have to talk about in here? Did I actually say anything at all? So if we get, I fooled around with these numbers. Oh yes, we came to this the same time again. It's 110 floors of the Twin Towers. It's 54. What else can we do with this? Yes. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay. 0 gets 6. 26 and 6 is 32. It now becomes the doorway. Talks about the doorway, talks about the moon, talks about the sun. And again, all these things go back to Sun Devil Stadium, Arizona. This is the Super Bowl, the Supper Bowl. Super Bowl in the Great Cup. Put a Great Cup inside the Super Bowl and you got 2 football games. You got 4. You got 2 championship cups in football in North America. 2. That's not counting soccer. That's a separate cup. Okay? In fact, it looks like a soccer field inside a football stadium, regardless that we play all the fields in one, except for ice hockey. Well, we do put ice hockey there now, too. What else is there in here? 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625, which is equivalent to 25 by 25, or 200 plus 225, which is the divided world. And then the 25 is the 1/4 they add on to join the 2 together. Or the 1/4 they add on for you, for your life. 225, circle and circle. 15 times 15 is 225. Or what we can do is 15 times 15 is 225 because we like exact numbers instead of 50 by 40. We can do 15 by 15 is 225 times 3 is 675. Take away 50 from that and leave it for the red eye. Nibiru, if you want to call it. And put that 50 and say we got it from the dartboard. And that's the way we came up with that equation that we would one day continue on with. Where else am I in here? Yes. 26 becomes the letter Z. ZZ. New Zealand. New Zealand, Australia. ZZ. So now we take ZZ, which is E and Z, which equals to 31. That's now the energy. Again, we keep mixing up the same thing, the AC power, the moon, the energy, Arizona. So now we have 31 because why? 32. 32, made a mistake. It is the doorway because T equals to 0. The 10 equal to 0. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8. 16 and 10 is 26 and 6. That equals to 0. So now we have 32. Now we're going to go back again. We're going to take the 26 equals to 8. So now we know we're connecting to heaven. Now we're going to go 2 times 6, 2 plus 6. Okay? Is going to be 8 again to heaven. And 12, alpha beta. Connecting alpha beta together. And connecting alpha beta together is you get this one over here. And now you make a second one next to it. Alpha and beta. Okay? Alpha and beta. You make 2 of the alpha betas because alpha was created from D and C. So you're recreating an alpha. Now you call it beta. What does that look like? Is that not the B letter? Is that not the 2 tunnels? Is that not the 2 letter tunnels? Is that not the B? Does it not say B and E? Okay. Does it not say 3? So everything to do with that number in 8 comes back to exactly what I was talking about. Arizona, Arizona, Arizona. The birth of the Venus Sun Devil. Venus, Sun, Devil. That doesn't mean she's evil. It just means they may have flipped the words around. Okay, instead of saying devil, okay, she could have just have been lived. Upside down, revert. Like the Hebrews or the Greeks, right? So now we took 28 and we reduced it to 20. Now 20 gets 6, so we keep repeating the 26. Now it gets plus 6, and we're going to go minus 4. We can't go minus 6 because we're the 6. Now we can go minus 4 on the other side. So that would make 4 on the other side. So it would be now 16, which would be the light. And 26, which would be the dog light. If you go back 2 more, it would be 14. It would be the DNA of the dog light. I light up with my hay. I burn my wood and it fires up and I got red eye and ready to go. But of course, they must have changed that system because I don't see any red in my eye at all. What do you see? Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm practicing, just practicing. Yeah, so at least I got that out of my head. Is that everything I wanted to say? We talked about the N letter, the way it looks like the H. We talked about the in-between, how between 28 and 82 made a total of 54 differences, but there's only 53 numbers in between. 53 is the number of the galaxy, 42 and 1, because we can't count the ace in the center, the ace hole, because it goes for everybody. Okay, but the angles that it doesn't go for is because you can take them and turn the inside of the 5-hole in Rubik's Cube, how you maneuver Rubik's Cube. And those who do maneuver it and can explain it can actually understand what I'm saying. Right. Okay. What else did I wanna write down? 19, 38, 76, 37, 74, 148, 55, 110, 220, 73, 146, 292, 91, 182, 364, 13 moons, Zion, Israel, Nibiru, the passage, the 2 twin towers, the 220 volts, 64 in chess, 8 by 8 of the 2 worlds, 82, the number we just discussed, 37 reverse Nibiru, 3773 is 110 of the twin towers. This is Christ. Christ on the cross. It also creates 4 by 7 is 28 again. Einstein, 1776. This one over here, don't count the one. 48 is space of the queen, reverting to number 62 or 26. 8 by 4 is 32. 8 and 4 is 12, equals to 44. 44 is for space. 4 and 4, back to 8 again. I don't count the one. It can be 8 by 4 is 32. 8 and 4 is 12 is 44. And 1 is 45. Now we got the foxhole. Count 1 to 9. You got 45. And 45 is 54. We're back to the sun, which comes back to Nibiru, the same as Zion, Israel matches over here. The 8 by 8 heaven of 2 sides and chess, bringing in the spirit back to the 13th moon. 19 is between the 2 worlds of 8, 1 to 8, using the pool understanding, to the chow mein, because me in the creation heaven, says the church, of 76. Why of 76? Because it's 1 inside 6, creating the only 7 that can be counted. 3 and 8 is 11, 2. 7 and 6 is 13, 4. 2, 4. 7, 11 is 2. 1, 4, 8 is 12, 13, 4. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 146 is 11. 2, 9, 11, 13, 4. 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. 2, 4, 4, 2. 66. One more time. 58, 62. 66 is in creation. How do we count it? 3, 12, 21, 30. Should equal to 66 if I got that correct. The End Trophy. End Trophy. What I was going to talk about over here was February 27, 1987, Groundhog's Day. And this has to do with Lovejoy. Lovejoy. I've got all these things in my head. I keep writing it down everywhere. By the time I come to do it, I'm like going, which way do I do it? Lovejoy. I'm going to do it in another video. All right. I've warmed up my tea 3 times already. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Look, I was brought a gift. 2 cats in the very same house. Cat, cat. How do I shut my video off now? Oh, this is good. I can see. Thank you for helping.